A man rides a bus in Durban, meant for white passengers only, in resistance to South Africa's apartheid policies, 1986. And Frank's father Otto, revisiting the attic where they hid from the Nazis. He was the only surviving family member, 1960. Young Queen Elizabeth as a mechanic during WW2, circa 1945. Ruby Bridges, the first African American to attend a white elementary school in the Deep South, 1960. When Nazis asked Lepa Radic who were her accomplices before they hanged her, she responded, "You'll know them when they come to avenge me." Young Serbian girl was hanged at the age of 17 near Gradiška in 1943. Albert Einstein, his secretary Helen, left, and daughter Margaret, Wright, becoming U.S. citizens to avoid returning to Nazi Germany, 1940. A German soldier returns home only to find his family no longer there. Frankfurt, 1946. Freddie Mercury with his mother, 1947. Soldiers returning home from World War II, 1945. David Isom, 19, broke the color line in his segregated pool in Florida on June 8, 1958, which resulted in officials closing the facility. The drunk basket. In the 1960s, bars in Istanbul would hire someone to carry drunk people back to their homes. "7 feet 3 inches, 221 centimeters, Jacob Nacken, the tallest Nazi soldier ever, chatting with 5 feet 3 inches, 160 centimeters, Canadian Corporal Bob Roberts after surrendering to him near Calais, France in September of 1944. A photograph of the 9 kings of Europe at the funeral of King Edward VII in 1910. A hired reader reads to cigar makers hard at work in Cuban cigar factory, ca. 1900 to 1910. Because many cigar factory employees were illiterate, lectors were hired to read novels, poetry, non-fiction works, and newspapers determined by consensus. War World 1. A Canadian soldier tries to comfort a little Belgian baby who was hurt and whose mother was killed by an artillery shell. November 1918. Russian inmate points an identifying and accusing finger at a Nazi guard who was especially cruel towards the prisoners in Buchenwald camp.